This is Benjamin Ray. This is my 8th video log for the HPE 592 internship class. It's March 10th, 2014. I'm just wrapping up my 2014 basketball tournament tour, as I'm referring to it. I spent 3 weeks working 86 games. The previous 2 weeks I spent working with the Alabama High School Athletic Association. This week I was working with the Ohio Valley Conference in Nashville, Tennessee for their men's and women's basketball tournaments. They were held at Nashville Municipal Auditorium. I was up there working, helping out with the public relations side of it, really their sports information staff, the conference staff. I was working for them. Pretty much, they put me in charge of the press conferences. I moderated every post-game press conference that we held. We held a post-game press conference following the conclusion of every game. We had the men's teams and women's teams would all come in there. The winning and losing teams would both come in. The losers would go first, and then the winning team after that. So it's pretty much just my job to start the press conference, in the press conference, and really just kind of help the media get everything that they wanted out of the press conferences. Then also I was in charge of doing game notes, so I would take the game notes that the sports information directors from every school would put together. I would take those and then just look for some facts that we could throw out there that media could potentially use, or for people at home that pull up the information that was put up on the website, just little tidbits for them to know. And then also, me and the other guy I was working with, we divide up the teams and type up quotes. We do the opening statement from the coach, and maybe one more quote from the coach, and 2 or 3 quotes from players. So that's always challenging. You're kind of pressed for time. You want to make sure that you're accurate, and at the same time you want to make sure that you're getting it out in a timely fashion, so that the media want to use quotes in their recaps. They can use it. Most of them got their own quotes. So we just want to put it out in a timely fashion. Normally the first game would end. Then we do our post-game stuff, and by the time we wrapped up, it was halftime of the next game. So that was kind of the time frame that we were working under. And of course, the JSU women were up there, so I was also helping out with coverage of them. I still did my OVC post-game responsibility, but during the game, I kind of helped live tweet a couple of games, shot some video, edited some press conference video, and of course there's the exciting game-winning shot, so I edited that video and put it up on the website, and you can see that on JSUGamecocksports.com. So that was another fun aspect of it, was still getting to cover a JSU team while also getting experience working with the conference office. Biggest thing I learned this week is to adjust, and sometimes you got to just do stuff on the fly. I never really moderated press conferences to that magnitude before. Sometimes there'd be two media people in there. Sometimes there would be 15 to 20 in there. So, talking in front of large groups, it's something I'm comfortable with. Didn't really bother me. You just wanted to make sure I pronounced all the names right. And making adjustments. The OVC stat computer crashed, so they ended up having to use my computer all week to stat the game. So I didn't really have a computer to work off of that I was too familiar with. But luckily they had an extra computer that I was able to use to do my notes and quotes post game. So that's the biggest thing I've learned through all these events, is it's not always going to go exactly how you planned, and sometimes you just got to learn to make adjustments and make it work, and that's kind of what we did this past week. So it was a great experience, made some good contacts, and looking forward to going up and working the women's Final Four with the same group of people in the next couple weeks.